Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Wednesday Night Wingcrest. We're here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We're back from our impromptu summer break and are now staring directly at our next PLE of the season, Summer Smackdown. Tonight, Dunban and Waluigi take center stage as they face off in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And Waluigi continues momentum from his win against Armstrong inside the steel cage and take down the original hero of the Homs, or will the champion remain strong? Meanwhile, the Gestalt Sisters team up tonight to square off against their biggest roadblocks of the season. Brighid makes another appearance as she takes on 2B, and Nagito Komaeda looks to continue his quiet rise in the men's cruiserweight division with a win over Leon. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, because this is Wingcrest. And here we go, starting off with a tag team matchup. Introducing first. They are your women's tag team champions. It is Pyra and Mithra. Both half of the Aegises. Both the Aegises? The double-edged blades. Both Aegises? Well, no, because... Is Malus an Aegis? I think he is? Maybe? I actually don't remember. Like, I know he's something, like, important, but, like, I know what he is, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Anyway, their opponents... It's Popola and Devila. I think I've said my piece about these two before, and I know I have many times. And I think my thoughts towards them are pretty well known at this point. But to those who don't know, I love these two, and I hate the fact that they constantly snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Especially against Pyra and Mithra. Yeah, that's why I call them roadblocks. They're like, what, 1 in 6 against them this year? It's not good. Here we go. Pyra, Devila. Starting us off, ref rings bell, and Pyra immediately beginning with a few kicks to the leg, snap mirror, and a neck snap. And if you notice in the bottom right, or bottom left, just like on Monday, and will be on Friday as well, we have a new watermark that I decided to try out. Felt like the old, just the shield was a little bit too invasive, as Pyra heads up top. So just update it a little bit. Please let me know what you think. Popola breaking up that pinfall. And now Pyra stomping on the back of Popola's head, or Devila's head, rather. Trying to pick her up, and Devila sweeping the leg. Round and pound. And forcing Pyra back up to her feet. Toss to the corner. Tagging in Popola. Irish whip. Back by drop. And now Popola, top rope, crossbody to the spine. Heading up top again, Devila thankfully heading back onto the apron. Not going to have to deal with that glitch quite yet. As Pyra Desperado tag sends Mithra in. And Mithra immediately sending Popola down into a pin attempt, but Popola flipping that around. Mithra? Not quite. Now spinning back heel kick, or spinning heel kick to the stomach. And an elbow to the chest. Slamming the head into the canvas, forcing Popola back up to her feet. Tossing her to the corner, tagging in Pyra. And sending her for an Irish whip. Spears to the shoulder. Devila looking for the tag, not getting it. And Pyra the ground and pound. Again. Top rope cannonball splash. Cannonball 540 splash. And Pyra, of course, heading up top. Catching Popola with that crossbody. And a tag out, Devila back in. Not exactly a good showing from Popola. And Pyra heading to the outside, working the leg. And now Devila working on Mithra a little bit while Pyra was along the outside. Into the cover. Not even one. Also, it literally just occurred to me. Literally now just occurred to me. Yes, I realized many times before that these two teams are both pairs of twins. Yes, I've realized that. But Pyra and Mithra are twins that are blades, are swords. Devila and Popola are twins named after swords. Or a sword, rather. I think it's a spear, actually. I know it's from Drakengard. I think it's a spear, actually. Going for the cover. There's two. Devila kicks out. Yeah. Not sure how many even know this, but apparently, according to the wiki, I'm going to assume is correct. The twins were named after the weapon Devila Popola. Or Popola, I think it's Devila Popola. Could be Popola Devila. I think it's Devila Popola, though. Mithra bouncing Devila off the top rope. Devila crawling to the corner, tagging Popola back in. And how many times am I going to say Devila or Popola? Yeah, you can probably tell which team I prefer. I try to be as nonpartisan as possible, but well, that's impossible. Mithra to the outside, heading up top. The golden spearing elbow into the cover. There's one, there's two. Popola kicks out before Devila could break it up. And now Mithra using their own finisher against Devila. And now working the leg as if Devila's the legal partner. Trying to walk Popola around, but Popola elbowing out. Irish whip underneath. Over the top. And a corkscrew uppercut. Scissor twist. And taking Devila back in. Haven't seen Pyra in a while. Never mind, we're seeing her now. What can I say? I'm, oh God, what's that quote? It's not clairvoyant. It's, there's a handstand moonsault from, Pyro. She goes for the pin, and of course, Popola breaking up. God, what is that quote from Danganronpa? The Pyro takes Mithra in. Double knees to the spine. And now Popola bridging bridging pin attempt out of, or Devila bridging some pin attempt out of nowhere. Mithra fighting out, but Devila continuing her to try to battle back. Psychic. This was. Can I say I'm psychic? Just kidding. I have a very good intuition. That's a lie. I do not have a very good intuition. Devila taking or tagging Popola back in, uppercut. Popola turning Mithra around. Reverse DDT. And a diving axe handle drop, greeting Mithra back into the ring. And walking her north, to the northeast. Diving DDT. And the cover 1, 2. Mithra kicking out just before 3. And also Pyro waiting there. Looking to break things up if need be, and right here, absolutely. Only going to be 1. But things are looking not too bad for the Gestalt Sisters. Now things have, yeah. Okay, never mind. Popola with the crossbody. Into the cover. 1, 2. Mithra kicks out. Popola, another finisher. Not quite. Kick the stomach instead, taking Devila in. Popola, you did have a finisher that you're lining up. I'm not sure why you didn't hit it. But, I mean, keeping Mithra in the ring, that's the smart play. You had a finisher. Could have done it, girl. And now the blades are back in action. Never mind. Devila elbowing out. Mithra with a kick, tagging her sister back in. Momentum shifting back into the Blades corner. Spiral tap and nobody's home. Huge for Devila. Pin attempt only going to be 1, but keeping the pressure on. It's all you can ask for at this point. Just trying to maintain pressure. Devila up top. And I say, like, these... They're like 1 and 7, 2 and 7, something like that. Diving DDT from Devila. Mithra's not in the ring. There's 2. Pyro kicks out. I said, like, these, like, Gestalt Sisters are, like, what, 2 and whatever against Blades? They've had really good matches. They just can't convert. And Mithra's going to break that up. And again, the Gestalt Sisters finding themselves in this position. Can Devila be the one who to pull it through? One, 2, 3. And I can sigh or I can breathe a sigh of relief. Just like Nier, or unlike Nier, I should say, history does not repeat itself. Wait, isn't that the entire plot of Nier, that history is repeating itself and then it's like, just doesn't because Nier's, kind of? I think that's implied at the end of Automata, more or less. Anyway. Definitely doing what Popola couldn't. Remembering that she has a finisher and remembering what that does. And don't think I didn't see the parallel, guys. Popola with the unprettier against Mithra not working, and then Devil with the unprettier against Popola or Pyro working. Don't think I don't see the parallels. But it's good seeing these two celebrating once again. Maybe it's just my my bias, but I can't help but smile every time these two circle the ring around each other at the end of the match. And for a second matchup. Introducing first. It is the ultimate lucky student and the self-proclaimed ultimate hope. It is Nagito Komaeda. This ought to be a great match. I say that with the utmost sincerity, absolutely. Nothing against these two, honestly. I do enjoy watching Nagito, I enjoy watching Leon, but I don't know, I'm just getting the feeling that something's not exactly gonna be right about this match. I don't know. Maybe it's just my pessimism. Anyway, come to play. It is Mr. 11037. The ultimate baseball not baseball player, star or something like that. It is Leon Kuwata. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of got a vision in my head of this match going like 3 minutes long. 5 at the most. So either I'm going to be Shulk or I'm going to be talking shit. Could be both. Probably going to be both. Yeah, a week off and nothing really changed other than I got worse. What a surprise. And here we go, refereeing Isabel. Nagito immediately running towards Leon, who kind of sidesteps that drop kick, and now rolling him up into a pin, only going to be one. And now locking up collar and elbow. Leon walking Nagito back to the northern ropes. Referee having to separate them. And surprisingly, Nagito not going for a cheap shot, but kind of teleporting from one set of ropes to the other and throwing Leon over the top. Locking up yet again. And again walking back, but there we go. There's the cheap shot I was expecting. Double chop to the throat. Leon again driving Nagito back. Referee again having to separate them. And nothing. 1 for 3. Nagito batting, well, above the Mendoza line. Leon with the 5-knuckle shuffle, but Nagito kicking him away. And now on the offense, wrist clutch, clothesline, moonsault, and heading up top. Nagito forcing Leon up over the shoulders, bouncing him off the top turnbuckle. And stomping down on him, using the middle rope as leverage as he tries to choke Leon out. Referee from a distance having to break them up. Now Nagito up top. Frog splash. Cover. 1, 2. Leon kicks out. And Leon back up to his feet. Clothesline. 2. And a sweep of the leg. Nagito rolling out. Looking for the kick, but Leon sidestepping that. Suplex. And another 5-knuckle shuffle. This one actually looking like it's going to connect. Really hamming it up, but yes, it does. Into the pin. 1, 2. Nagito kicks out. And Leon, not quite. Looking for the fastball punch, and now in the corner. To put this one away, the windup. And the pitch. Strike. 1, 2. Nagito kicking out. I was getting ready to be an umpire too. And now Nagito with a stomp. 1, 2. Leon kicks out at 2. Okay, now we're even. Moonsault from Nagito. Forcing Kuwata up to his feet. With the elbows sending him back down. Sling blade clothesline. And a frog splash again. And another stomp. Nagito dragging Leon away from the ropes. Audience wanting one more stomp, and Nagito not giving it. 2, 3. I'll be the first to put my hands up. That was not a complete disaster class like I was afraid it was going to be. It was actually good, so I am glad that I'm not psychic. And like I said last match, my intuition, not very good. I am not Sayaka, my Zono, I'm not Shulk, I am not whoever. Sorry about that, I literally, like, turned to get my water bottle, and the way that my hand moved, so my stand is a music stand? My finger literally caught, like, the latch. Literally, like, slipped right underneath the latch. Perfectly, I don't know. Couldn't do that again if I tried. But you're a winner of this match. Using Leon as a stepping stone. Nagito Komaeda. And for our next tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, they are your men's tag team champions from All Rest. It is the Champion Slayer and the Bringer of Chaos, Rex and Zeke Von Genbu, Bringer of Chaos, Destroyer of Worlds, and all these other things. The Heroes of Chaos. And I swear, every time I make Zeke, there's something wrong with his outfit. Beyond my control. Remember, was it 23? No, 24. Back in 2024. Yeah. When Zeke's vest would just hover during the replays. Every time, man. Every time there's something wrong with his jacket. Introducing next. I love doing that. I was probably off because I'm wearing Bluetooth headphones, but whatever. There's a bit of a delay that I didn't take into account. Anyway, it is Joker and Skull. It is Ren Namamiya and Ryuji Sakamoto, the Phantom Thieves of Heart. Hopefully they can put up a better performance than their last one against the Heroes of Chaos. In the ring, we have Rex, Ryuji beginning this match, and here we go. Ryuji immediately turning Rex around. Just scraping the spine. And scoop slam. And now Rex on the offense. Look for the kick, but Ryuji on good defense, but Rex taking Ryuji down. And for those of you who may be new and might be confused why Rex has the moniker of the Champion Slayer, is it just cool? Is it just something that, you know, we came up with because it's cool? No. He got that name because of Goro Akechi. Back when Akechi first tried having an undefeated season, the first person to defeat him was Rex. The second person to defeat him was Rex. Ryuji rolling up Zeke, Zeke rolling up Ryuji, both men looking for the pinfall, neither man getting it. Yeah, that's why his name was the Champion Slayer, just because he took down Crow. To deny him of the undefeated season, I think leaving, was it Yusuke to be the final undefeated person that year? And then, of course, last year you had Akechi go on a generational run. Not going to say how that went in case you don't know about Goro Akechi in 2025. Not the character, but this version of him. In case you don't know that story, yeah, I'm not gonna say what happened, and please nobody say anything because it's something that you should probably experience for yourself. It was magical. I'm gonna say that. Anyway, finally back to the match. Zeke throwing Joker into the corner. Oh yeah, by the way, Zeke and Joker both being tagged in, and now Zeke tagging in Rex, looking for a chain attack, dangling Joker off the top rope, diving accidental drop to the spine. And Rex with just continuing to work on that back. An attempt only going to be one. Ryuji in, looking for the elbow. Rex stepping back. Irish whip, and now going after Joker, having Ryuji bounce off of him. Sure.
There's the tag.
Irish whip. Arm drag. Kick to the chest. Another successful chain attack. And Zeke with a stomp to the ribs. Trapping the arm, stomping the hand. Seriously, I feel like I say that every single match. Such a common move. And now Zeke flying from the heavens, the elbow drop. Into the cover, 1, 2. Joker breaks it up. And Zeke tripped. This isn't Brawl. Zeke tossing Ryuji into the corner. Another chain attack. Again dangling off the top rope and an elbow drop or a hammer drop to the spine. And a kick to the spine, but this time it's to Ryuji instead of Joker. Rex up top. Diving axe handle. Akechi wasn't the only champion that Rex beat, right? For some reason, I want to say he also beat Raiden? I know somebody did. I don't remember who that is. Man, I'm really having to go back in my memory bank here to be like, who did Rex beat? Joke with the crossbody, going for the cover. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for the Nexus Championship belt. I want to say it was rated, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, perfect time for that sign saying that the show's over, because that was a cleanly executed all-out attack from the Phantom Thieves. Ryuji stomping down on the hand. Nobody else is coming to mind other than Raiden.
Tag is in.
Anyway, another all-out attack. Double back by drop. Joker moonsault to the spine. I'm barely paying attention to this match, honestly. I'm just too focused on the history lesson that I'm trying to give. Pinning, 1, 2, Rex kicks out. Joker forcing Rex back up to his feet, turning him around. Rex with the reversal. And a toss to the corner, tagging in Ryuji. I mean, if somebody knows who else Rex beat, like, please let me know. And Zeke with the people's elbow. And the cover, immediately bringing in Ryuji. We're putting them in the perfect spot. Tagging Rex back in. Joker rolling out of the way. Forcing Rex up over his shoulder, slamming him head first into his knee. Moonsault, but Rex rolling out of the way. Now Rex to the outside. Are we looking for a phenomenal forearm? Not quite. But rolling out of the way. Blitz combo. If I didn't know any better, I would say that was the Blossom Dance. But not quite. Taking Zeke back into the ring. Zeke going for the cover. 1. Still waiting for the 2 count. Zeke stomping down on the arm. To the hand. And Joker stepping out of the way. Knife edge chop. Kick to the chest. And now Ryuji going for the cover. Rex breaking it up. And Ryuji forcing Zeke up to his feet. Uppercuts. Headlock into another uppercut. And a leg sweep sending Zeke down. But allowing the bringer of chaos to crawl to the corner, taking in Rex. Rex with flying elbow. Or flying forearm. Picking him back up. Hip toss. Zeke just standing out on the ring side, watching on. Because of course he is. And a 540 splash from Rex going for the cover. Joker's gonna break it up. Rex, what are you doing? Phenomenal forearm? Phenomenal forearm. Into the cover. Uno. Dos. No. Zeke, you know you can get on the apron, my guy. Rex middle rope crossbody. Trying to mount the pressure. Outside again. Phenomenal forearm part 2 electric boogaloo. Yes. Or should I say phenomenal forearm part 2 salvager boogaloo. And that's going to be 3. And pardon my pun, but Rex salvaging the win. If you know, you know. I say you know. That's like literally like the first minute of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Zeke, why didn't you get on the apron? 2K, why does that glitch still exist? Are you guys that incompetent? Do I answer the question? I know the answer is yes. But yeah. At least that was an actual match this time against these two, unlike the last time where I was hyping up the Phantom Thieves and then they just dropped a goose egg. Rex really turning up the wick at the end. Getting it done.
Here are your winners, Rex and Zeke, the irresistible force, Dynamite, the disciple of darkness.
And will the title reign continue at the next time they defend, which I don't think will be Summer SmackDown. I think it will be Saturday Night. Almost said Saturday Night Live. No, they will not be competing at SNL. No, Saturday Night Main Event. I think it will be Main Event. Don't think it'll be SmackDown. I think it'll be Main Event that they defend on, but I think the title might be staying. And next,
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing the Blade Runners from the Queen City, Brighid.
introducing first, it is the crown, or I should say she is the crown jewel of Morardain, Brighid. And her opponent,
And her opponent from Valhalla, the 2B.
it is 2B. And here we go. Ref rings the bell to meet in the middle. And 2B immediately beginning with an uppercut. Not even waiting. Just deciding to choose violence early. Kick to the jaw. And 2B with a sliding leg drop across the chest. And again, looking for one, but Brighid rolling out of the way. 2B with a dodge, immediately into the grapple. And driving Brighid back into the corner. Unintentional pun. That would have actually worked if it was Morag who did that instead of 2B, but whatever. 2B headlock. And Brighid escaping into a arm triangle. And now 2B hammerlock. Just keeping Brighid tight. And now Brighid escaping to a headlock. Cranking the neck, making sure that 2B doesn't go anywhere. And 2B breaking the lock, turning that into a head triangle of her own. Arm triangle, whatever. Chicken wing, not entirely sure. What would you call this? I don't know, but 2B throwing Brighid down, going for the cover. There's one, Brighid kicks out. Now outside, trying to get Brighid back up to her feet. And a Hurricane Rana. Oh yeah, also, during my time off, nobody tonight is from Xenoblade 3, so I don't have any further to put this. Actually, I don't think anyone this week is from Xenoblade 3. I don't know, maybe Friday? But I'm not entirely sure. Anyway. I made it to Chapter 6 in 3. Spinning back heel kick from 2B. Or the Black Mass, I think this was called? And cool, the glitch again. Fantastic. 2B back into the ring, Brighid back into the ring, anticlimax. And another spinning back heel kick from 2B, looking to put this one away before I can finish my story. There's one, there's two, and she does. Anyway, I made it to Chapter 6 and the end of Chapter 5. Holy crap. I literally watched that the night before I went to the funeral. Worst possible time. Literally the worst possible time to watch the ending of Chapter 5 of Xenoblade 3. Because, yeah. I've experienced a lot with these games, but no, man. No. Anyway, 2B absolutely dismantling Brighid. On paper, this was going to be a wash. In practice, it was closer than I was expecting, but 2B still coming out on top. And Brighid put up one hell of an effort. But not really close to the standards of, not anywhere close to the standards of 2B. And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Pandoria.
Making her way to the ring from your darkest fears, Pamela!
And her opponent,
And her opponent, representing Diamond Mine from Tokyo, Japan, the Queen!
it is the queen of the Phantom Thieves, Makoto Niijima. And here we go, ref rings the bell. Makoto turning Pandoria around immediately, and rear waist lock. Pandoria kicks out. And Irish whip. Looking for the spear, but Pandoria stepping out of the way. DDT. And last match, why was I concerned that there was a member of Xenoblade 3 in here? No, Mio, Uni, and Sen are in J Ramada, and Tyon, Lands, and Noah are in Eclipse. And it's not like I have M and N in here. Makoto with a with leg DD. I should say I don't have M and N in here quite yet. Maybe next year. I have to say, like, so I have like I own like personal file in 26, and I'm glad that they expanded the roster to 200. Because that actually means I can do what I want and have characters for this series and not necessarily have to, like, kill characters in my own personal save files. And I have made M and an N, and holy crap, N actually, like, looks so much like N, and M, her outfit looks just like M's. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. It is wild. There's one Pandoria kick, just like how Nier looks like every time I see Nier, it's like, that is Nier. Like, I could see him from Replicant. Again, like, am I, like, patting myself on the back? Maybe, but we all probably know that I'm not, like, super good when it comes to, like, character customization or character creation, but, like, there are times when I absolutely nail it. Makoto forcing Pandoria up, tossing her to the side. And now Pandoria, wheelbarrow DDT, or facebuster. Makoto back up to her feet, but Pandoria bouncing off the ropes, head scissor Hurricane Rana. And an arm breaker. Somersault senton. Makoto crawling back into her feet using the ropes. Pandoria lining up, drop kick to the chest. But Makoto staying on her feet. Pandoria taking advantage by combo. And Makoto catching her kick. Unfortunate hand placement, but throwing Pandoria down nonetheless. And now Makoto into the corner. Superman punch incoming. Don't say I didn't warn you, Pandy. And now Irish whip. Spear. Into the cover. 1, 2. Pandoria kicks out. Makoto thought she put it away. Pandoria saying nah. Not quite. Makoto lining up, running forearm to the corner. Corner yet again. Doesn't quite have anything for Pandy yet. Taunting her, middle rope, double knees. And now Makoto in the corner again. This time with a spear. Barely any run-up. But connecting all the same. 2, 3. And yeah, I wasn't too worried about Makoto that match. Not saying that Pandy isn't like someone to be careful around. Okay, not careful around necessarily, but like to worry about, but Makoto was handling it fine. Yeah, she gave Pandy some space, some time to, make it, make her appearance, but yeah, once that Superman punch landed, it was over. Even though it was a 2 count, it was over.
Here is your winner, the Queen.
And your winner of this match, 1/3 of the game of hot potato, the queen of the Phantom Thieves, Makoto Niijima. And for our main event of the evening, introducing first, he is your men's Universal Champion, the hero of the Homs, the Beast, Dunban.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Camelot, weighing in at 185 pounds, the Grand Prix Men's Universal Champion, the Beast, Dunban.
And his opponent, it is the one, the only, Waluigi.
His opponent, standing at 7 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, Waluigi.
And Walu, coming off of a pretty impressive win against Armstrong in the steel cage just a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely putting the senator in his place. And somehow that rivalry continues to be one of the premier rivalries of this promotion. Premier pairing of this promotion. Sure. Referee rings a bell. And the tail of the tape, Waluigi with over a foot on Dunban. I think Dunban is what, 5'10"? Waluigi 7 feet, so 14 inches. And a couple of pounds heavier as well. Height advantage, reach advantage. Dunban, experience advantage. Stomp to the gut. Yeah, I say that. They've both been here since day one, but... Dunban walking Waluigi to the northern rope, so Waluigi elbowing out. Knife edge chop, a huge knife edge across the throat. Dunban kicking himself out of the corner. Over the drop kick, nobody's home. But avoiding the grapple. Not this time. Both men locking each other up again in collar and elbow, but this time Dunban walking Waluigi back. Look for the roundhouse kick, accidentally hitting the referee instead. Go for the cover, not even one. I would not be surprised either way if the referee tries to penalize Dunban for that or not. Also, how many pictures of Waluigi crotch shopping do we need in the audience? I'm so glad that Strikers has Waluigi I'm so glad that Strikers has Waluigi have one of his goal celebrations being the DX crotch shop, because that is just like Beautiful. Waluigi, what are you doing? It's a senton from Dunban, but I just... What was Waluigi doing? I have no idea. Walu, Harsh Whip, jumping over the top. Arm drag, no. Just showing off the acrobatics a little bit. And now a high ankle hold. Forgot to mention this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. I would not blame you if you didn't realize that, considering that we stayed inside the ring the entire time. And I forgot to mention it. Dunban throwing Waluigi over the shoulders, and I'm annoyed that, so this game, it does have some, like, announcer calls that are a little bit more hidden, like the first 2 out of 3 falls, or first blood match, or champion versus champion, or whatever. Why isn't it that they say Falls Count Anywhere match when you have a normal match set to be Falls Count Anywhere? Yes, I understand that you can make a Falls Count... I understand that Falls Count Anywhere is its own category, and you can do it that way. But you can't turn off weapon usage in that Falls Count Anywhere. The only way you can do that is by having it be a normal match. And then turning Falls Count Anywhere on. Anyway, Dunban, born in a world of strife against the odds, who choose to fight, Blossom Dance. Yeah, just annoying. Like, it's an easy enough fix to do, and they just don't do it because... What, they're too busy trying to scam people on the island? There's one, there's two! Waluigi kicks out. Dunban elbow dropping that. I don't think your spine is supposed to bend like that. Corkscrew, nobody's home. Dunban turning Waluigi around, suplex. But yeah, they're just like so many minor quality of life things that they really should implement. They're just, or just like very minor, like what's the word I'm looking for? Keep on saying endorsement, not endorsement. Whatever. Like, so many things that they can do, they just don't. Dunban kicks out. Immersion. So many like immersion things and like quality of life things that they really should add to this, to these games, that they just don't. Instead, they're too busy migrating everything useful to the island and making you pay money to unlock them. And fuck you, 2K. Anyway, there's two. Waluigi kicks out. Moonsault from Dunban. Another cover. 1, 2. Walu still kicking out. And now Waluigi head scissor hurricane Rana toss. Submission attempt going nowhere. Dunban working the ankle. Going for the cover. There's two. Waluigi kicks out. I don't know, we've seen this week alone where two people are just standing in the ring and you can just absolutely get a pinfall that way, so... Worth a shot. Absolutely worth a shot. Dunban showing that he's done his due diligence. He's done his homework. And Waluigi with a Wallplex. 1, 2. Dunban kicks out. The audience members calling for another Blossom dance. I think Dunban would love to, but he mustn't be careless. Corner middle rope. Getting Waluigi back up to his feet. Diving double leg drop kick. And sorry, I've been watching the series on YouTube way too much, where it's like Mario Super Sluggers, but it's like its own league. Oh, born in the world of strife against the odds, choose to fight. Blossom dance. Waluigi heading to the outside, Dunban heading to the outside, and finally the falls may start counting anywhere. Cover. Referee, what are you doing? 1, 2, 3. So that technically was a falls count anywhere. Falls did technically end outside the ring, even though 99.5% of it, seriously, what happened there to Waluigi? But like 99.5% of it took place inside the ring. And as we watch replays, I'd like to thank you for joining us here tonight and hope to see you on Friday before Eclipse as we continue to get ready for our Summer SmackDown, which should be in just over a week. Looking like the 20th. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Yeah, it should be the 20th. Where Kanji's gonna be taking on Shinjiro, and Tenko's gonna be taking on, I guess, both that. I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight. I hope to see you next time. Until then, we are signing out from Grand Rapids, Michigan. See ya.